Well, it is great to be here this morning. I appreciate the opportunity to be here and to say, a few words. And I certainly want to express my gratitude to Maya and all the work that she does. And to everyone who has certainly been a part of this to help pass ACR 59, which proclaims May 8th through the 13th as Stuttering Awareness Week. And as Maya mentioned, my name is Robert Rivas, and I'm proud to represent my home, which is the 29th Assembly District, which is on the central coast of California. I live in a little town called Hollister. It's where I grew up, and I've lived my entire life. Certainly excited to serve as Speaker designate for the California State Assembly. And like many others across California and across the United States, I have a stutter, and I have had a stutter my entire life. You noticed it when I had to pause when I said Speaker designate, because certain words I can't say. And so certainly, as you can imagine, public speaking is not one of my favorite things to do. Unfortunately, it's an unavoidable part of the work I do as an elected official. And so certainly I've been driven to public service to give back and to represent my community. And certainly those are values that were instilled in me by my grandfather, who was a lifelong farm worker. I grew up in poverty in San Bernardino County. Grew up in a tract of migrant farm worker housing. So naturally, growing up in poverty and with a stutter, it was not easy. I can tell you it was not easy. It was at times frustrating. It was embarrassing many times. And at times, my stutter would render me speechless. But this, despite the years of speech therapy that I had, I still have my stutter. But certainly, at the end of the day, that is who I am. And I am a better person now because of my stutter. And I say that because it has forced me to work so much harder in everything I do. I have to put so much time and effort not only to improve my speech, but to hopefully one day overcome my stutter. And so certainly, as a child who grew up with a stutter, I never imagined that I could ever serve an elective office, let alone be the next Speaker of the State Assembly. And so certainly as I've learned, stuttering is not a sign of inadequacy. You are not less of a person because you speak differently, or because you have, to have a sheet of notes with all these weird markings all over it to help and, remind me that I need a pause, or, I need to, slow things down. But at the end of the day, this is California. This is the greatest state in the world. And we lead the way to create more inclusive some communities. We're a model for the rest of the world. And so it's important that we embrace those who stutter, those with speech impediments and other verbal disfluencies. But again, appreciate all of your advocacy, appreciate all of your work. So certainly, we're here to help and to support all of you. But certainly your advocacy means the world to me, and it means so much to hundreds of thousands and millions across our state. And so with that, proud to be here and excited for the work that we have ahead. So thank you all so much.